Founded in the 12th century, Oxford University in England is one of the world's most respected seats of learning. In the past, the university was also a fertile breeding ground for international sporting stars, especially in its traditionally strong sports of cricket, rugby union and rowing. However, long gone are the days when a blue at Oxford was a passport to glory on the international sporting stage. The university gives no sports scholarships, and Oxford remains very much an academic haven. Of all the Oxford colleges, Balliol enjoys one of the best academic reputations. The college has produced innumerable statesmen, writers, and scholars of great renown. But one current student is enjoying glowing reports both in the classroom and in the sports hall. Matthew Syed is reading politics, philosophy, and economics. He's also England's #1 table tennis player. To achieve the strict academic standards necessary for entry to Balliol, he taught himself while playing table tennis in Sweden. He's currently revising hard for his finals.
Balliol's got a very strong academic tradition, and it's proud of it, and rightly so. And people who typically come to Oxford have done very well at their schools and whatever, and they're used to coming top. And I think a lot of the stress that students feel is that when they come to Oxford, they're often one amongst many rather than the very top. And often they feel it difficult to cope with that situation, and parental pressure and peer pressure and all the rest of it. It just accumulates, and people feel that they have to perform to do well.
For Syed, those pressures include having to travel abroad on average 3 days out of 7. But Syed is a determined young man. On the table, his strength lies in defence. The recent ploy, now mostly outlawed, of using different glues on bats, handed a great advantage to fast attacking players. Many defensive players changed their whole game. Syed stuck to his guns.
The rubber on a bat has a very high coefficient of friction, so it can generate a great deal of spin. So what people try and do is disguise the spin they put on the ball. So with one particular action, they can generate a lot of backspin, topspin, side spin or whatever, and with an almost identical action, you can put the ball back with no spin at all. And that's what I try and do a lot of the time, disguise the spin and screw up the opponent basically, really try and deceive him.
Syed currently plays for Montpellier in the French Super Division. Table tennis is far more popular in continental Europe than in England, and Syed is forced to France to earn a living and play regularly against top-class opposition. The travelling is punishing, but the cosmopolitan Syed, whose father is Indian and mother English, enjoys his time in the beautiful capital of the Languedoc-Roussillon region. Montpellier are currently 4th in their division and are regular participants in the European Cup. Bernard Daroux acts as coach and host to the 4-man team, none of whom actually live in Montpellier. Tonight's match will be against French champions Le Valois, who have Jean-Philippe Gatien, current world champion and Olympic silver medalist, on their team. Gatien is a sporting superstar in France and reputed to earn $750,000 a year. He's scheduled to play against Syed's teammate Olivier Mamorek.
Matthew's a player apart because most table tennis players are only interested in the game. Matthew's different because he's a brilliant student who loves to talk about other things. And he's very interesting with it.
In front of nearly 1,000 fans, Syed will face one of his childhood heroes, Jacques Secretin.
Secretin's my favourite because he can go away and keep the ball coming back time after time after time. And if he gets into real trouble, he's probably certainly was the best player in the world at lobbing, playing the ball really, really high from a great distance and keep it coming back. So he's really entertaining to watch.
In their first 2 rubbers, Montpellier start poorly, with Gatien in inspirational form for Le Valois. Despite a spirited performance from Stéphane Lebrun, Gatien helps Le Valois to a 2-love lead. Mamorek doesn't perform well either. He's worried about a court action he's taking against the French Federation after they repeatedly snubbed him for selection for major international tournaments. He loses his match against French #2 Patrick Schiller in straight games. Le Valois lead 3-love, and Montpellier need to win 5 matches to claim victory. Syed's match with Secretin is vital. Because of his studies, Syed has been neglecting his table tennis. Most leading players practice for 6 hours a day. Syed has been lucky to manage 1 hour a week. Secretin is one of France's greatest ever players and manages Le Valois. But he's now 46 and is only playing because one of the regular starters is injured. Syed takes a comfortable victory and keeps Montpellier in the game at 3-1. Syed needs another good performance against Christophe Legout. Although Le Valois eventually win 5-3, Syed keeps professional pride intact with his second victory of the game. But this is his last match for Montpellier, as he's going to join Super Division rivals Bordeaux. However, the future for Syed is far from decided.
I think that 2 or 3 years full-time table tennis, where I'm really focusing on table tennis and I don't have the studies to distract me, I'll be able to train, I'll be able to compete single-mindedly. And I think maybe after 3 years, see how far I can go. When I retire from table tennis, I really don't know what I want to go into. Maybe I'll come back to college and do a PhD, be boring, do something like that. Or maybe I'll go into journalism or politics, economics.
Syed will miss the forthcoming World Championships because he'll be studying hard in search of that much-cherished first-class degree. But if, as a little practice student, he could beat Gatien 6 times in their last 8 games, then who knows what this young man can achieve if he puts his mind to it.